Hey everybody, Jimmy from Superpath here. Really excited to dive into this series of quick tutorial videos on Convertkit. This is a tool that I have been personally using for, 3 or 4 years now. Really enjoyed it. Found it to be extremely useful and kind of just like a valuable tool in my kind of no code toolkit. Convertkit is also our newest partner. Their support helps us keep this community free. So really thank them for that. If you do want to try ConvertKit out, there will be a link below this video where you can do that. Again, check out this quick series of videos. We're going to be talking about some of the basic features of a newsletter tool, stuff you'd expect, and then also some of the more advanced stuff that just helps with like automation and personalization and things like that. So anyways, thanks so much to Angel also. She's the creator educator over at ConvertKit for joining me to create this series of tutorials. She's awesome. I'm also going to link to her Twitter if you want to go follow her. And the content team from ConvertKit, made up of Angel and another woman named Danny Stewart, will be joining us for an AMA on Friday, November 12th. I'll have details about that. You can add it to your calendar. Come hang out. We'll be talking about the way that they approach their editorial planning, lead generation. They have a series of ebooks we'll be talking about and a bunch of other things. Their content is really good. So we're just going to sort of unpack like how it actually happens. Okay, I will get out of the way now. Thanks again to ConvertKit and to Angel for being great partners. Hope you enjoyed this video. And we should talk more about charging for content, which is a feature that ConvertKit has rolled out, I think, fairly recently.
Yes.
And we've all seen this trend of like Substack, because it's a thing now, like they have made it easy for folks to start a newsletter and start charging for it. And potentially there are some benefits to using a tool like Substack, but ConvertKit now offers same features, but better, actually cheaper too, because you don't get charged for usage in the same way as Substack. And it's far more robust. Like in addition to being able to charge just for the emails you send out, you can sell products. And you can do all the other things that we've already talked about, sending newsletters, creating automations, building landing pages, all that stuff kind of all baked into one tool. And I would imagine if you're running a large list, it's way cheaper to do this in ConvertKit than it is to do it in Substack.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's that's why we are transitioning out of not just being known as email marketing. That is what we are, but we're also known as audience growth. We're known as digital product or service selling, which you can do in ConvertKit as well. So that goes back to what Jimmy was saying earlier of how can you get paid for the content that you put out? You do have an option to do that. One of those things being a paid newsletter. As Jimmy was saying, Substack is, trending, and launching paid newsletters is a big deal. You can absolutely do that in ConvertKit, and I'm going to show you what that experience looks like. So in previous demos, we've gone through from beginning to end, landing pages. Then we talked about broadcast. We talked more about automations. Let's go ahead and take it another step further by heading down to Earn and clicking Products. So when you do this, you'll be redirected to where you can build a product, or I should say sell your product or service that you've already built, pull that into ConvertKit to make those sales. So if I had to plus new product, I'm just going to put in a name of the product. So let's just say, Superpath paid newsletter, just as an example today. And then from there, where it says pricing method, because this is a paid newsletter that we're specifically demoing, you're going to want it to be a subscription, which means that they are paying a specific number of dollars every month, every quarter, year, whatever that frequency is. And you can definitely play around with this too by giving them more options to opt in. So maybe I want to charge $5 a month for this paid newsletter, but hey, they can also get this for $50 a year if they want to get some sort of a discount. You can give them options here. Now, if you don't want to do the subscription thing, and if you're like, hey, I'm just selling a single ebook, no subscription, that's where you would head over to standard and you would just type in whatever price point is on that product. Okay. Then from there, just click next. If you are selling that ebook or something that needs to be uploaded for people to get the minute they purchase, make sure it's highlighted on a digital download and go ahead and upload whatever that file is. If it is something else like coaching, consulting, or other services, you would click this. But if it's a paid newsletter, like we're talking about here, just go ahead and click members only newsletter. Then from there, click next. And then this is where you would add in the custom domain for your specific product page that you would share and get people or buyers coming in. So I might want to change it. We'll stick with this URL. I'll click create product. And then from there, it's going to redirect me to the product page. And you'll probably notice that it's pretty similar to the landing page demo that we did previously, where you can change out the title, the subtitle here. You can head to general styles and just make sure that this product page is how you're wanting it to look based off of the template we give you. And then, of course, leveraging this content block here. Add in different content pieces. If you want additional images, buttons, things like that. You can even attach an image of your product by heading to replace, uploading any images you see here. You can also leverage Unsplash if you don't have any photos that you want to pull in here. A lot of things that you can do in this case. And what Convertkit shows you here is the product page to customize, but you can also look at the checkout page. You can change the color on what that is, confirmation page here, and the email receipt that your buyers are going to be getting from you. So this is a literal step-by-step process of the checkout experience. They see the product page, they click how they want to buy, click get it now, then they're brought to checkout to add in their card. Then they're brought to the confirmation to let them know, hey, your payment went through, you're good to go. Then they get a receipt in their email, just housing what it is that they purchased. All of this is automated the minute someone purchases, which is really smooth and simple. So from there, you just head to save. And then when you're ready to share this product page, head to publish. And this is your product page link to try to get people into the paid newsletter or whatever it is that you are selling, which is pretty cool. Now, if you do want to keep track of how many payments are coming in, you can see that by heading to products and seeing how many people subscribe to it and how much money you've earned with it. But you can also head to payouts. And when you click on payouts, it'll show you what you're going to be receiving within that next week based off of the income that you've been able to generate from this product or service. So a couple of options that you have there. Now, if you are thinking about launching a paid newsletter, you set up the product and the checkout experience, that's great. But because it's a membership, like a monthly membership experience, you of course have to send them whatever newsletter content you promised on that weekly or monthly basis, whatever that is. So to do that, you would actually leverage the broadcast feature that we previously demoed. You could head there. You could create your paid newsletter content. And the only difference here is that you wouldn't send it to all subscribers or to those who did not buy or opt into the paid newsletter. So you want to filter this content or whatever you're promising within your monthly, weekly, whatever paid newsletter. Go ahead and send it only to those subscribed to products, and then type in whatever product or newsletter that you are sending this to. And that's how easy it is. And then of course you go through the process of continuing, sending it now, or scheduling it to be sent. So literally the same process of sending a newsletter, but you're only sending it to those that opted in to the paid newsletter we set up. And that's just an example of the paid newsletter. You can sell ebooks. I just literally sold my group coaching on Convertkit, and it was really simple and streamlined to do so. Coaching, if you want to set up a course experience, you can. A lot of things that you can do, and definitely get creative with it too.
Yeah, really cool. I'll reemphasize what an opportunity I think there is here for SaaS companies in particular. Like a lot of the folks in our community are content marketers at SaaS companies. So I think it's probably pretty easy for them to imagine like, okay, well, if I was a freelancer, maybe I'd write an ebook and sell a course and offer coaching, and you run all that through Convertkit and charge for it. But if you're a SaaS company, again, they sort of all send folks to the one thing, which is like
Yep.
the trial or the sign up for the product. But there's so many interesting ways you could leverage this. Like I am imagining, for example, like let's say you're a tool like Airtable where there's kind of infinite use cases. And the more that you could educate your customers about how to use the product, the better, the easier it'll be to retain them. So you could create like a simple membership that you actually charge money for. And I think you very well could charge money for it, where they get access to like premium templates, maybe even a little bit of help building out their own templates. You know what I mean? Or maybe they get access to
Mhm.
like a monthly like webinar or office hours where someone like is sort of walking through like latest and greatest ways to use the Airtable,
Yes.
or you could imagine like a model that we don't see that often, which is software plus service, where like a company might make a self-serve SaaS product and they don't even have a sales team because like the unit economics of it don't work because the product costs like $10 a month or something.
Mhm.
But you're going to have a lot of users who actually need help getting up and running. And so instead of sending them all back to your knowledge base, you could just charge for the time it takes. And I bet a lot of people would be willing to pay, similar to like a coaching session, like help me get set up on this product. And you could run that kind of thing through here. There's just so many like ways that I think SaaS companies could not, I'm not suggesting they could like triple their revenue, but they could make like incremental revenue and create better experiences for their own customers by thinking more like a creator would.
Yes, that's so, so good. And that's the exact point there is it's like when you do get into that headspace of thinking more like a creator and recognizing, hey, I can really get creative with how I go about this here. It doesn't have to be what everyone else you've seen has been doing. If you want to try that out and pull inspiration from them, that's fine. But there's so much space to be creative. There's so much space to find your unique take or your unique pull on it and really just use it to your advantage and leverage ConvertKit to build your business, to grow your online influence and really just achieve any business endeavor that you are looking to achieve based off of audience growth, product selling, all the things.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Angel, thank you so much for taking time to walk us through ConvertKit and these couple of different features. There's more, of course, like we obviously didn't cover everything. Um, I will also tease to folks that you'll be doing an AMA in our Slack community with your teammate, Danny. I will post the details and link for folks to get all the info about that below this video. So definitely check that out. And in that case, we'll be talking more about content and how you all run content marketing at ConvertKit.
Yes.
Which I think will be super interesting. I'm very curious to get involved in that conversation. Um, anyways, more on that to come. But really appreciate your time and thank you. Thank you for being part of this very cool company and hanging out today to walk us through all the cool stuff that it does.
Yes, absolutely. This was a lot of fun. So thank you guys for watching and super excited for that AMA. So we'll see you soon.
Cool. We'll see you in Slack. Okay, there you go. Thanks again, Angel. And thanks again to ConvertKit for being an official SuperPath partner. We really appreciate their support. Again, if you want to go check out ConvertKit, use the link below. I'm a huge fan of the tool. I've been using it for years before this partnership ever became a thing. So I genuinely believe that it's probably the best email tool out there. So go check it out. Thanks again and take care, everybody.